about those ethnicities bringing us together, making us stronger. How true is that really in our day-to-day activities? How true, how real is it? Okay, now we'll be discussing that with Mr. Hadi. Sani. Good morning.
Good morning, audience.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
Morning.
You're welcome on the program. I mean, your appearance already dictates that you you believe in unified ethnicity.
No, it's a true Nigerian. It's like a nice Nigerian.
He's a true Nigerian. Because from his name, then you have the attire, then you have the fila, the Yoruba fila.
Yes.
You know, that's something really.
Yes,
You're welcome on the program.
Thank you so much.
Okay, now let's talk about the phrase national cohesion.
Yeah.
You know, it might sound ambiguous. Let's just break it down really, because it's being talked about in a very big, abstract ways and abstract terms. So really, what does it mean to you? And what should it mean to us as Nigerians?
Thank you so much. Nigeria, as a country, is a diverse nation with multi-ethnic, multi-religion, and multicultural parameters across all board. And we have been coexistent. We can trace their coexistence of southern and northern protectorates even like 500 years before colonial rule. They've been existed. Even prior to colonial administration, we have slaves, we have traders from northern extraction that are in southern Nigeria. And we also have some that are from southern Nigeria that reside in northern Nigeria. That is the origin where you get to know about Sabo community. When you hear Sabo community, people that are from southern Nigeria or Yoruba, they believe it is predominantly a Hausa community. No, it's not a Hausa community. Sabo predominantly means a segment that is being carved out for strangers or for residents that come from other part of the country.
Oh wow, that's new.
As we have Sabo in Ogun State, in Yoruba land, we have Sabo in Kano.
Okay.
Yes, and in so many northern states. Then when we do have southerners that came to north for trading activity or civil service, most often they prefer to be in a location, so they tend to give them a certain area that would be exclusive for them alone. The term Sabo in Hausa means new, maybe new town.
Okay.
So it is a new town, although there is a school of thought that believe the colonial administration used it as one of their strategy for indirect rule. They do not want both tribes to fully be integrated. So it's it's a school of thought, is an argument on its own, that it's an intentional decision for the colonial administration to make the southerners and northerners not to be too united, for them to be able to continue the administration on Nigeria, so far they are using an indirect rule. So that shows you the origin. And by nature, the nature has made us so interdependent through different parameters. Even our consumption pattern, our trading activities. By nature, you end up seeing some commodities in a region, but the major consumptions of that commodity is in another region. Maybe a case study of kola nut and livestock. You see kola nut in commercial quantity in southern Nigeria, in southern Nigeria, maybe Yoruba land, but the major consumption is in the northern Nigeria. So that is a natural interdependency parameters that bring us together. You see livestock in commercial quantity in northern Nigeria, but the consumption is huge in southern Nigeria. So it is a natural interdependence parameters that bring us together. As this relationship traverses, conflict is inevitable. In one way or the other, it will come on board. We have been enjoying a peaceful coexistence for so many years, for over 500 years before colonial administration, and we have been managing it. But one of the major division action that bring about argument in Nigerian unity commenced from the Nigerian Civil War. We know the Civil War bring about a lot of issues to Nigerian nation, and the government are determined towards reuniting that conflict, that enable them to bring about some unity policies, because as at then we are extremely divided. The civil war that happened within 1967 to 1970, the country is highly divided. But the government, in their wisdom, had to create some unity policies such as NYC, such as establishment of unity schools, establishment of federal character principles, quota system, constitutional conferences, maybe revenue allocation formula, state creations. All these policies are determined policies of the government to reunite us back. After the civil war, they are bringing about a lot of disunity amidst us. Other African countries also have a critical civil war after ours, that they are also determined to reunite themselves. I can remember if Rwanda has a serious genocide between the Hutu and Tutsi. They also have to bring in so many unity policies. In fact, part of their own policy is that you have no right to claim your tribe.
A tribe, yeah.
You cannot say I'm Hutu or Tutsi. When they ask you who are you, you say I'm a Rwandan.
Yes.
That shows you the extent of the division, and government are willing to go extra mile to reunite the country, because theirs is even more serious, because it's more of like a genocide of one tribe, Hutu and Tutsi. Over 800 to 1 million people have been killed. So it's going to be a well-determined effort before they can reunite them together. So they have to go extra mile to say you cannot even, it's even a crime. You can be jailed for claiming a tribe. You can't use tribe to apply for any government work. You can't use the tribe to contest for any government position, and so on and so forth. So narrowing it down to our current situation, we cannot deny the fact that Nigeria is in a very dicey situation now, considering the insecurity level that is becoming escalating, and we cannot totally disintegrate the ethnic and religious coloration within it. So it has created a lot of social tension, social distress, and disunity within ethnic groups and religion. It's on that note the national cohesion has to be preached intensively, while the security agencies are doing a lot of kinetic approach to manage the insecurity and conflict. We also have to do a lot of public engagement to minimize the social tension.
So from your experience, really, how do you describe national cohesion in Nigeria? Do you think that we are really moving forward in terms of unity, accepting each other, even with our diversity?
Thank you. We have been moving forward. A lot has been done, as I've said, as I've aligned, as I've mentioned, a lot of policies of the government. These policies are very strategic, are very effective. If you meet someone before this insecurity becomes so tense, the NYC has done a lot in uniting Nigeria. When I meet someone, maybe the person we are discussing, you just tell me, I served in Gombe, I served in Kenya, they are very nice people, before the insecurity come on board. So those policies are very effective. The quota system, the Federal Character Commission, I was on a train station yesterday, I just say a house guy. I know without the Federal Character Commission, I know he can't be here. So all those policies are very effective in uniting us. But we cannot deny the fact that currently the insecurity has bastardized a lot of success of those policies. We cannot deny the fact, by the virtue of my role in managing conflict, interethnic conflict, I know there is social unrest. So many communities have lost trust within each others because there is a tension of a certain ethnic group is perpetuating one criminal act. So naturally you see new faces, you are afraid, you are scared. At times we have to also make some security agencies to also arrest some and also profile. But what we keep advocating is that we should not take law into our arms, we should not do jungle justice. That will complicate matters. If you see anything you are not comfortable with, if you see any strange move there, you can escalate. You can security agencies to come on board to profile and know situation of the country. It's not peculiar to Nigeria alone. Even within the Sahel, there are serious issues. Sudan, Chad, there are war. Currently in Ogun State, we are experiencing some foreigners in the state, within which we have to also arrest some of them to profile them to make sure we are safe. They are not here for any sinister action. Some have to migrate from their country due to the war. We end up seeing some from Sudan, some from Chad. But predominantly, there is extremely migration from northern part of the country to southern Nigeria as a result of the insecurity. And that is creating a lot of social tension and unrest. We've achieved a lot in terms of peaceful coexistence. We've achieved a lot over the years. But the situation we are now is trying to bastardize the successes. That is why we have to be determined in managing it, in decolonizing people's mentality, and for government to also be proactive in resolving the matters. It's when people lose hope in government that they start taking actions, they start taking law into their arms. That's why we are highly proactive. Once security agencies are taking actions in kinetic approach, we also have to improve our public engagement. The social media, the media houses and government agencies have to do a lot in engaging the general public to make sure we manage situations so that they do not escalate beyond reasonable doubt.
Okay, so you're talking about migration from the northern part of the country to the southern part of the country, and of course, very recently, the governor of Ogun State is talking about profiling the non-indigens. Do you see this development as a good one, and how do you think we can achieve this in having a good record of profiling the non-indigens in Ogun State?
Thank you. We need to define the migration itself for it to be well understood, because there are, for an ignorant person, for a layman perspective, he sees it as a criminal migration. It is an economic migration. When people are being destabilized in their localities, in their regions, in their farmland, they have been chased out, they have been killed, farmland.
So you're saying
destroyed.
most of the migration, we say, because recently there was a particular video on social media about truckloads of, permit me to mention the tribe, of Hausa men, you know, in large number, on trucks with their bikes. You know, they were moving into, it was Oyo State. They were moving into Ibadan, and then the indigenes were alarming the government, making videos, you know, trying to connect those people with, you know, hideous crimes, that they are the one coming in to kidnap our people and all that. So we are saying now that most of this migration is because of the unrest in their state.
And you cannot, that movement migration pattern is condemnable, is unacceptable. They are also preaching against it. There is no way you will load people, truckload with their bikes.
The videos are very
totally against it. Even northern leaders are against it, ACF are against it, the Northern Governors Forum are against it. It is unacceptable. When there is issue in a state, the government has to be determined in solving that matter. They know this insecurity is chasing people out of their farmland. They are becoming helpless, nothing. The predominantly sector of an average Netherlands is farmland. They are into farming, and it is, in fact, it's becoming practically impossible to farm. You can't go to your farm. You'll be kidnapped or you'll either be killed. So they are forced to leave their farmland and looking for survival. And you know, when you have nothing to fall back to, you will go for greener pasture anywhere you can. You will go. But the state government and federal government has to be determined to address people's concern within their education. Not good enough to allow people to be migrating continuously, in as much as we know it's within their constitutional right to move, but government has to be determined to manage their challenges. But predominantly it is an economic migration, but with some aspect of criminal tendency. Whenever you see a populated people, you cannot vote for all of them. There will be criminal aspect in it, and that is our position. That is why we cannot endorse that kind of movement. It has to be stopped. It is highly condemnable, and we do all we can to sensitize the leaders to manage the situation. It is not enough to allow such kind of movement. Either Hausa movement or Fulani movement, it brings about a complicated issue, because the residents that are within the states are already established, and they are managing their relationship for a very long time. It is when you have new migrants that they come to complicate issues. But I also call on the federal government to holistically look into this matter. You know, as they are addressing the kinetic, the insecurity challenges, there are so many leftover issues that need to be looked into. And I'm quite happy with the intervention of the Southern Governors Forum, head by His Excellency the President Dr. Abedu, to be proactive enough to see these challenges of migration and know how to manage it. Migration is a global issue. That is where you see developed countries talking about migration law, migration policies, because even from across the globe, people are migrating into most economic buoyant countries to survive. But there must be regulations, there must be laws, there must be policies. It must be managed such a way that it will not harm the host communities.
Okay. Yeah, still coming to the question I asked you as regards profiling this non-indigens that are proliferated Ogun State today. Do you see it as a record development?
And no policy is overstretched in managing security of a country, of a nation, of a state. Nothing is out of hand, because security is the key of the entire sector. When you lose grip of your security, every investment you've had will crumble. If the country is insecure, the educational sector will crumble, because all the schools will be closed down, as we are saying, when they are being kidnapped. When you build houses, or you build factories, or you have investment, the insecurity will crumble it down. So there is no policy of government that will be implemented that will be too much to secure a certain state or country. But it has a procedure that it will be done genuinely. It's good for us to know each other. All these developed countries that we are seeing that are safe, they have data of everyone. So it's not out of hand.
Yeah.
But it is the intention or the manner of putting it down that will matter most. I think in developed countries, you cannot hear the word profiling. Ethnic profiling is a negative term. When you say ethnic profile, I want to profile you. What you mean is that I want to differentiate myself from you. There are better terms. You can say data collection.
Okay.
In developed countries, you hear data. We have your data. We have your biometrics. But you cannot use ethnic profiling. There are some terms, professionals, are negative terms. It's maybe like they look inferior terms. So maybe when they are using the term profiling, ethnic profiling, it sounds, I'm suspecting you, you get it. Like when in colonial era, when they use tribe, it's derogatory. When they use which tribe are you from? They didn't use tribe in the US and the UK. They didn't use tribe. So tribe is when they want to let know as a black that we are inferior. They say you are Yoruba tribe, you are Hausa tribe. So professional will tell you tribe is derogatory. They don't even use it in modern academic.
So in other terms, you support the Rwandans. You think they are nullifying tribes, usage of tribes is a good one?
Certainly.
It's a good move.
Certainly, it's a policy. It's a policy. It's a policy. And as I said,
what about the cultures? What about the cultures that believes that they owe them to as a tribe?
Okay.
That defines them.
Okay. Let me give you a clarification on this. You know, ethnic identity can be used in different forms. Naturally, it's not a crime when you say you are Yoruba or Hausa.
Okay.
Philosophically, theoretically, it has been proven that natural tendency, that tendency of you are Yoruba is naturally in you. That's what they call primordial theory of ethnicity. No matter what, you are Hausa, you are Hausa. No matter how civilized you are, there is a point at which you touch that you are Yoruba.
Okay.
But there are other theories that they are instrumental to ethnicity. That's when we use it for our economic and political gain. That's when I use my ethnicity, maybe when I want to contest for election, or I want to maybe harness some economic resources. That is when we use elite theory as elite. When we meet as elite, we are all the same, but when I want to use it to my benefit, I will start using that tribe. You understand? So it is natural that primordially you belong to a certain tribe. It's an instinct in you. You always have it. You always carry it along. No matter how civilized you are, you can hide it. You can keep it. Know that yes, you have to be mature enough. But the point in time, you must identify with it, consciously or unconsciously. But there is some segment which is instrumentalism and constructive that people tend to instrumentalize it for benefit, for economic, socio-economic benefit. So it is that aspect the Rwandan government are avoiding, because some people are using the tribe for economic gain, for political gain.
Okay.
It's even happening in Nigeria as well. During politics, Atiku will tell you I'm Hausa, I'm Fulani. So all politicians, for calling it, all of us, everybody will now start identifying. I'm from the north.
It's not just in the politics. I think it's in our everyday lives.
Yes.
It's at work, businesses. You meet somebody for the first time and they start asking you, are you Yoruba woman like me and all that. It's in our day-to-day activities. Now we understand that the insecurity is that it's a trouble, it's a challenge in the present Nigeria. So let's look at our diversity, our unity before insecurity or without the insecurity issue. Do you really think that we accept each other irrespective of our tribes? Because there's this common saying that our diversity is our strength. Do you think it's really real? It's true that our diversity is our strength, putting aside the insecurity. Do you think that really a Yoruba woman actually likes or can actually be in the same space with a BBU or a Hausa or South, whatever tribe person? Do you think as different as our tribes are, we really and truly are unified?
Thank you. As I said earlier on, the nature has made us to accept ourselves.
As Nigerians?
As Nigerians. The nature has made us to accept ourselves. The economic interdependency. people you're having transaction with.
Hold on, Mr. Sani. Even I understand the economic perspective. I'm talking about other facets of life. For instance, we know there are still certain individuals, even within the Yoruba community, you hear certain things like an Igba person, an Igba girl can't get married to
an Ijebu
man. You hear things about, I had a friend in the university, I think she got married quite late because the father insisted that they must all get married to a man from the same state, from Enugu state, you know, and that, it cuts across, you know, aside marriage, you have business transactions, trust. In fact, as much as landlord-tenants, you see some landlords, they'll tell you they can't have tenants from certain, you know, part of the country. You know, it's in our day-to-day, aside the economic perspective, the insecurity, do we truly accept each other as just Nigerians and look at the ethnicity, really?
Thank you. As I said earlier on, we are in a diverse country, different ethnic groups, religion, and what have you. And I said it is natural, that division, that ethnic division is natural. It's a natural tendency.
So how can we move forward from it?
It's a natural phenomenon. The government has been determined. All those policies, all those unity policies are consciously designed to unify us.
Like the NYSC?
A lot. NYSC, we are...
NYSC that...
No,
do you want me to say...
The policies are a lot. It's not NYSC alone.
Okay.
NYSC just become bastardized in the process.
Okay.
NYSC
I'm glad you agree to that.
Achieved a lot of integration, if you agree with that. Maybe for recent decades, it has deteriorated. But if you check back maybe 20, 30, 40, 50 years, NYC was one of the reasons why so many ethnics get to know about ethnicities. Because people are meant to serve in different regions. It has achieved a lot. For most of the people I meet when we are discussing, person will tell me, I started in Gombe. Ordinarily without NYC, he cannot go to Gombe. He can't.
Definitely.
He was in Lagos, he school in Lagos. He started in Lagos and move on with his life. I started in Sokoto. I started in Gombe. In that, we've achieved a lot. That alone reduced the tension. You know, tell me, when I was in Gombe, there was a Hausa man that took care of me. For that reason, he managed some conflict between Hausa and Yorubas. We have quota system, as I told you. Many people are forced to go and work in other regions. It has assisted in integrating us. We have constitutional conferences. We come together to discuss our unity. We have quota system. Quota system and federal character principle allow us to work forcefully in different parts of the country. All those people working in part of the country, they are also family members. They have a transmission effect on their family, which they will tell their family how they are feeling in that region. So it has assisted a lot in terms of integrating us. As I said earlier on, the disequilibrium is natural because we are different in terms of religion, ethnicity, culture. It's natural that there will be differences within ourselves. But all those policies have assisted in achieving a lot in uniting us. And we've gone so far in unification of our dear country, coupled with the economic interdependency.
Now, you've talked about the government doing a lot. Now, let's talk about individuals, families, churches, schools, communities. What do you think that they should come in really in unifying Nigeria and seeing ourselves as Nigerians and not necessarily as the particular ethnic group?
Thank you. That is the window within which the non-kinetic approach will have to be deployed in totality. Public engagement, and we also government has to also be determined in rolling new unity policies, because some of the existing policies to a certain extent are becoming defeated, just like NYC. NYC is becoming a little bit defeated, but all other policies are working fine and it's also achieving its purpose. Government have to increase the tempo of creating unity policies to engage us. Then there must be public engagement, public enlightenment programs like government agencies, media houses, opinion molders. We have to keep engaging ourselves on the importance of unity and interdependency, tolerance. We have to tolerate each other. We have to agree on the fact that the challenges we are facing in our dear country is a collective challenge, is a collective enemy, and we cannot win this battle without uniting. If we do not come together, if this collective battle we are facing and we are also divided within ourselves, it's going to be very difficult for us to defeat at this battle. On this note, we have to continue engaging our people. That's why we increase the tempo of communication to our teeming population to be tolerant enough. Like a case study of what we are facing currently, there is social unrest, there is distrust. When we see people, we are scared, we are afraid. So we cannot just keep mute. We have to take responsibility that, okay, we are aware of this situation, and it's a genuine concern. You have every reason to be scared. But this is what we should do. Do not do this. Do not take long to their arms. You can report, you can escalate, you can bring it up to us, and it can be handled maybe jokingly. It has to be addressed genuinely. Security agents have to take charge, they have to profile, they have to investigate. The people we got, the one that need to be moved out, the one that need to be prosecuted. We have to be proactive, and we are aware of that. That's why we are active. You know, if there's any negligence of government at this stage, it might lead to people taking on to their arms, and that's why we are being proactive in managing the situation.
Yeah, Mr. Sani, talking about tolerance and seeing ourselves as one Nigerian. Today, you and I know that a Yoruba man cannot be in the north. I want to pray and lead a Muslim prayer. The Hausas will not allow it. Definitely, you and I know.
Are you sure about that?
That is it.
Okay. Is it correct? I'm happy about it. That is not correct. Totally not correct.
Okay, you're telling me that a Yoruba man can lead a Muslim prayer in the north? You want to observe the 5 tenets of...
He can even lead Jumat mosque. Islam,
and the Hausas will comply with it.
Indeed. Islam is about knowledge. So far, they are aware of it. And knowledge is not hidden. It's not hidden. If you are knowledgeable, you are knowledgeable. If you are not, you are not. So you know there's what they call, if you are an imam or they choose you to be a leader, there used to be maybe lectures. If you are, you are. If you are not, you are not. So by the virtue of religion, I don't think tribe play a role in that, in the north. I know so many Yorubas, imams in the north, that lead prayer, that can, you understand, do a lot. Even central mosque is a knowledge-based issue. If you are knowledgeable, verified, knowledgeable, you are qualified. That can never be judged by the virtue of your tribe. You know, religious is dogmatic in nature. Science is skeptical. You understand. You can trot it. You can trot science. You can make analysis. But religion,
because science is factual.
It's factual. You know, you can make researches. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You can make a postulation
to prove your fact.
Yes, you can make a postulation. I can say no, and I bring my. That's what I'm saying. It's skeptical.
It's not.
No,
it's factual.
The factual mean I can still argue on your outcome. With facts.
Okay, so that makes it factual.
You know, different with religion. The religion is dogmatic. You cannot.
Okay.
That's the difference. That's where I'm going.
Okay.
Science, you can propound a theory. I will argue it. I'll bring my theory. But religion is dogmatic. You can't argue it. 5-time prayer, you cannot do 4. If you like, argue 100 years, you must pray 5 times for the unified law, accepted law in Islam. Okay. So if all those agreed terms and conditions that makes you an imam, that can lead prayer, you've agreed it, nobody can inject tribe, you understand, to now break that agreed law that makes you an imam.
Okay.
Tribe is not there, it's not in Quran. Nobody can ever inject it.
Okay.
But natural disunity is there. I can say I don't like as an Yoruba, which I've said earlier on, primordially. Okay. Naturally, you always want to be
it's not religious based.
It's not religious based. Okay. Nobody, that's never happened. It cannot.
Okay, thanks. Let me ask you a more personal question. Are you your Hausa,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Okay. And then you've been staying in Ogun State for how long now?
I was born in Ogun State.
You're born in Ogun State. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so tell me really, what has been the reception like? You know, the Yoruba people around you. You've been around them. What has the reception been like? Have you been at any point been segregated, or has it been love from the beginning to now?
No, you know, Southwest predominantly is one of the most peaceful regions in Nigeria.
I like that.
Northeast is facing a serious issue of Boko Haram and insurgency. North Central has extreme banditry and kidnapping activities. Northwest has escalating kidnapping and mass activities. Northeast has
recently, because I know before now,
yes,
they all used to be very peaceful states.
Recently,
they were beautiful people. They are big fruits, really nice ones, good food. I love the North, really. Please continue.
So currently, it's undeniable. The facts and figures have proven Southwest to be one of the most peaceful region in the country, and it has been peaceful. We have been coexistently peacefully with our people. I think I love Ogun State, and I love.
You think?
Yes.
You think?
I know we are making analysis.
Okay.
Analysis.
I just want to be sure.
I love Ogun State, and it has been very, very good.
I just told you I love it. I just told you.
Best states you can hope to live.
I just told you point blank that I loved it now. So why are you thinking about loving Ogun State?
It's not a matter of, it's not thinking. That thinking is not negative.
Okay.
I know I'm making competitive analysis.
So you're sure you love Ogun State?
I indeed.
You do?
I was born in Ogun State.
Okay, now.
Ogun State people, you love them?
Indeed.
And the women too?
So much.
So much.
I even hope to have one as a wife.
Oh, beautiful.
Hope you have one as a wife.
Yes.
Beautiful. We have to go with the WG.
Okay.
We have to go. Hey, thanks for coming on the program, Prince Hadi Sani. It's been really interesting and very enlightening talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on the program. Money Flakes continues. I'll be back with Trending.